Hello, everybody. I thought I'd get on this line because I guess I'm getting a whole bunch of comments about how I feel about a 2-8 situation if it happens. And my comments in regards to Opiate City, which I call Danville, Virginia, which is one of my home cities. It's close enough to my hometown, so we consider Danville, Virginia, and a lot of time friends is considered the Danville, Pennsylvania County connection or whatever. So since I'm waking up this morning, and I always like to make sure people know I'm the one who's really responding, right? So a scenario came up, which I feel like I need to address directly so people know I ain't playing games with them. Okay. Now, this came from a concerned citizen. So, the first comment I make in response to Antonio Stabal. I hope I pronounced your name correctly because I want you to know directly I'm talking about you and what you just said. It's not going to be removed. In regards to a post I made about Brianna Nicole, I don't know how to really pronounce her last name, but she has Clark at the end of it. And the other name is Ploss or something like that. I don't know. I don't care. Truly don't. And it deals with the fact that one of my campaign supporters was attacked by a customer. Supposedly from her statement, she wanted a single cigarette, couldn't get one. So she goes behind the counter and directly confronts and assaults my campaign supporter who works as an employee in Danville at the Sunrise North Main gas station over a cigarette. So I put on my Rutledge University shirt so y'all can see it because this is a learning lesson on how much I support 2A, but also at the same time frame how I will not allow my city to think stupidity is the way of moving forward. I expect more from my youth. I expect more from anybody with common sense that's trying to be law-abiding. So we get a comment. It's not going to be removed in regards to my post. Honestly, she's lucky it wasn't a law-abiding gun owner. This would be a funeral, not a fight. She should have left, meaning Brianna Nicole Clark or Ploss, whatever her name is. This is absolutely the dumbest responses I ever seen. However, it's good to know the responsible idiot is being held accountable. It was stupid. You can't say a cigarette is worth your life. So the next comment comes in from Felicia Dunn after I make that comment. So are you saying she should have been shot? I'm not sure about anyone else, but I would not want my future governor saying things like this about anyone. I'm a 2A supporter. If you get shot for a justifiable reason, you deserve it. Now, Antonio Stabal follows up with her. If anyone is at fault, it's her for not conducting herself as a customer service representative, meaning the employee of the store, especially at an establishment that can't follow simple nicotine product laws that was put into effect July 1st, 2019. She would have been shot because the establishment was breaking the law? That's interesting. Now, my next response. Absolutely. I'll have 2A's back of an idiot that goes behind the counter over a cigarette at a gas station with security cameras and they get shot. God have mercy on your soul. I'll have the stores back. Just like every other American, people get shot at gas stations trying to rob them or do dumb mess like that. She could have left. That would be how police see it too. Sorry. It's not hard to tell a jury the woman came behind the counter and during the time of the political hoax, which I call coronavirus, could have had a weapon or coronavirus and shot her because of immediate bare safety. Wow, no prosecutor could be that dumb. So yes, I'll have the gun owners back. I believe stand your ground law and castle doctrine would be perfectly applied in this scenario caught on camera. Jesus Christ. Where have our youth actually gone these days to actually think what they're saying makes any kind of sense? Oh, this is Rutledge University time, so I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick section on it and how I see it. First off, why would you put your life on the line for a cigarette? That already sounds stupid. To go behind a counter where you know you're not supposed to be at, where the cash register is, during the time of this political hoax of coronavirus. All because you couldn't get a single cigarette. Mind you, not a pack of cigarettes, a single cigarette with witnesses inside this gas station. And you assault who you consider doesn't have perfect customer service. So you're doing something illegal, trying to get something illegal by doing something illegal, but you worried about the customer service. I don't think I would be the best customer service representative either. But the fact is, you decide on this morning you have a bad day and you can't get a single cigarette to go behind the counter and say, I'm going to just take what I want and I don't care how it goes. And then attack somebody behind the counter, get it, over a single cigarette. The video's posted, people. Now, regardless of whether she's the campaign support, I support her 100%. That's just the way it is. Regardless of the situation. Now, if that was a gun owner, they don't know whether you have a gun. They don't know whether you have coronavirus. All they know, you're so stupid to go behind the counter over a single cigarette. Risk being put in jail. Risk being away from your family. All because you couldn't get a single cigarette. Which probably costs about 50 cents to $1. I don't know. I don't know whether they sell them. Don't care. But the fact is, I wouldn't want somebody losing their life over a single cigarette. Now, if this was a gun owner who had a store, I'm supposed to be mad at the law-abiding gun owner who is seeing immediate risk to their safety, firing off shots at somebody who's that stupid. I'm supposed to have a problem with that. First off, one of the things about me, I don't mind swift justice. I can tell you that one. I don't mind that. Number two, if a gun owner feels like they are in reasonable risk of their safety and facing an immediate threat, that's why I believe in the stand your ground law. That's why I believe in self-defense laws being strengthened. I believe in the castle doctrine. And you decide to go into a secure area without no permission, no warning, and you think you're going to bully people in your city. Now, when this came up, when I first heard about it, I was pissed off because the police said they didn't have, quote unquote, from those who were reporting to me saying, oh, we don't have the adequate resources to handle this matter. I said, you're going to let that stupid liberal do that liberal crap in your city because you don't have the reasonable resources. Obviously, they must have took feelings to it and got on their job. That's exactly what they're supposed to do. Now, I have the gun owner back. If that person is locked and loaded, they don't know who's coming around that corner. I don't care whether it's a black thing or white thing or whatever. It's a bully in your ass thing. If you are that stupid to go behind the counter for a single cigarette, put your life on the line. What kind of stupidity is that? Why couldn't you just leave? If somebody ain't giving you the proper customer service, how does normal human beings handle it? What you do, you end up leaving. You call up the management, you call up corporate, whatever you need to do, and you tell them your problem. You tell them, I was trying to do something illegal. I was trying to have a legal transaction. I went illegally behind the counter. I assaulted illegally the bad, rude customer service agent at your store. What do you think they're going to tell you? they're going to tell you, well, it sounds like you was the one breaking the law before anybody else was breaking the law. And you just upset and became that agitated to go around into a secure area and put your life on the line. Now, if that was a gun owner, because maybe it's a little discriminatory, or y'all consider it racist because you want to call me the Black Mr. Trump inside the comments field, well, I don't mind being called out. I'll take that as a compliment. If I could lead a nation, had the best economy before liberals screwed it up, not bitching and whining like the rest of the governors all across America because we're trying to reopen the country so you pathetic pieces of crap can't have a job and go to work, but you probably ain't going to do so because I'm looking at the stupidity right now. Who want to hire you? Now, this has got to be the dumbest thing I woke up to this morning. That's why I'm even addressing it, because everybody in Danville and Pennsylvania County knows who I am. And they know I don't tolerate stupid crap like this by far. I don't. And you're going to tell me, I don't care if it's a black gun owner, white gun owner, Hispanic gun owner, they're a store owner. They are faced with different threats every single day. They don't know who's going to rob them, who's going to shoot to kill them. But the number one threat that most gun owners or most store owners have is you coming around the corner near where they are at in their personal space, because that's why it's a separation right there. So you know what line you just don't cross. Now, I had no problem with the fact that if whoever this person is got hit in the process as soon as they got behind the counter, you're lucky. That's all I gotta say, because other people was drawing a gun on you. Given how reckless you're acting, you probably would have gotten a bullet in your ass. And then by that time frame, the cops would have been knocking on your loved ones' doors, talking about, yeah, she went around the corner over a single cigarette, don't make no sense, and shots was fired. And there's nothing that can be done about it, because she could have just left the store, got in her car, and drove somewhere else to find her single cigarette. Please, people, think about what you got to say during this time frame. Then the next thing I have to hear, because I posted up the picture of this idiot, I could be sued for slander. Y'all got to be the dumbest I ever heard of. How you gonna sue me for slander? Please. The criminal's gonna sue me for slander. That's what society is. That's liberal crap. That's liberal thinking. That's stupidity. I hope you talk to some conservatives and get yourself some wisdom about things. I've heard hundreds of criminals who I exposed. Mayor Jones, ask the city council people, ask Pennsylvania County, ask all of them who I raised hell and called it like it is, and quite frankly don't give a damn. Ask them had they sued me for slander. You know why they haven't? Because it will open a whole field of beans out there. They don't want that problem. I can tell you that one. And they know I'm smart enough to dig deeper in discovery. That means you probably don't know what that definition is. Because when you sue somebody for slander, they could go all up into your business during discovery. Meaning you have to answer questions. You have to submit evidence. You got to submit documentation that can go ahead and screw you further, especially somebody who's already doesn't care about you. I've had hundreds of people talk about sue me for slander. How many people have sued me for slander? Zero. That's because they probably talked to a lawyer who they had to pay $350. I probably helped that lawyer's economy or his bank account just to give you a consultation to say there's absolutely nothing you can do for your criminal behavior. So if you want to understand how I feel about it, you got me directly addressing each and every one of you. You know, I'm the one posting and responding because I handle things directly, not one of my aides or anybody like that. If you're that stupid, let me repeat, that stupid, to go behind a counter in a store with surveillance cameras because you're mad because you can't get a single cigarette, which is coming out your mouth, not coming out of other people's mouths. This is your statement. You have family to take care of. But you'll rather go to jail for something that stupid or lose your life for something that stupid. Look at yourself and evaluate yourself and see, what am I doing wrong? Why am I in these type of situations for people to defend my stupidity and don't realize I'm looking dumb themselves? Opiates, crack, heroin is a terrible drug. And it only seems like in liberal city, opiate city, ran by Democrats, which has basically went down to the slums, it appears to me that y'all don't have the common sense to think about being law-abiding. Y'all just thinking about being criminals. You're thinking about being liberal and just doing whatever you want and destroying the city. That's the reason why that city is hurting so bad, because they got stupid people advising stupid people. That's the problem. And then the conservatives and the Republicans in that area have to sit you down and say, listen, you could have died over a single cigarette. Just take that into account. That one sentence into account. You could have died over a single cigarette, left your loved ones, had other people taking on your responsibilities, or went to jail, which you are going to jail. And then you want to say, oh, I'm not at fault for none of this. That's why crime continues to happen, because people keep excusing bad behavior and bad conduct and then want to blame the customer service representative for their stupidity. Really. So, like I said, I don't apologize for not one thing. I meant every single word. I meant, because you got to get taught to tough, because this is a learning lesson for our youth. This ain't just for you, Breonna Clark, and the rest of you flunkies. This is for everybody in Danville. You do not do dumb stuff like this. Think somebody's going to excuse it. And then have people making excuses for it. I get sick of it, because I'm like getting a call. This person did this, this person did that. And I'm like, wow. That person put themselves in that situation for the police to have that situation. Why do you think they're in criminal court? Doesn't mean the police is right all the time, but after a while, you have to say to yourself, why do I keep putting myself in this situation? Then I go through the records. I'm like, dang, she almost has a hot seat in court for a judge, because I'm like, all year long. After a while, you have to say to yourself, what am I doing wrong? I need to take responsibility. I need to take accountability for my actions and change my life. I'm tired of being in court and having these idiots who continue to steer me in the wrong direction. I keep making the wrong decisions, and I keep blaming other people. The prisons is full of it. The cemeteries is full of it. So that's Merle Rutledge giving you Rutledge University 2021. Yes, I'm the candidate running for governor. And yes, I'm a governor who says that. So when you ask, what does a governor seem like saying that? Because I support gun owners. I support small business. I support especially a woman with a shotgun when there's a patron causing chaos in a business at a diner where she's just trying to serve breakfast and have people happy. Oh, that makes me so proud when they stop the situation immediately. Oh, it ain't nothing like it. And what that means is Merle Rutledge loves Swiss justice. But Merle Rutledge knows there's a time when people have to act when the police ain't there. And during this type of situation, you need to decide, do you put your life in somebody else's hands, or you change your life and put it in God's hands? Stay blessed. And you have a wonderful day. And God bless you. God bless America, and God bless the fair Commonwealth of Virginia. Thank you, Danville and Pennsylvania County, for taking the time to send me comments and posts in regards to your opinion. And I hope at this time frame, Rutledge University was a blessing to you while you're still here. And hopefully you don't make those decisions in the future. And you have yourself a wonderful weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful women. That's why I told that story about the shotgun right there, ready, locked and loaded cock. Oh, it's just a beautiful thing. But anyway, God bless you and have yourself a wonderful weekend. Everybody stay safe. And like I said, I can't wait for all businesses to start all this complaining and start acting without the politicians. Like I said, it takes a nation to open up a nation. So have a wonderful, blessed Sunday.